We were French Protestants, and we were known as witches, heretics, mumblers.
Are you a magician?
In a sense, yes. I don't do magic tricks.
We brought together 7 psychics.
I am a psychic.
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 1 is a liar. If the group discovers who the liar is, they'll split a cash prize. If the liar survives, he or she wins the entire prize.
What's everybody's zodiac sign before we even start?
Taurus.
You're a Taurus?
Well, Capricorn.
Capricorn?
Who has a website dedicated to their psychic business?
I do.
At the top of it, it was more of just like seeing who was answering very generically or kind of piggybacking off of what everyone else was saying.
Okay, what makes you a psychic? Like, what are your gifts?
Clairvoyance.
Clairvoyant.
I have way too much stuff. Exorcisms.
I also specialize in past life readings and trajectory.
Bones, mediumship, tarot.
Do we have any star seeds here?
Oh, definitely right here.
Somebody who is more evolved is going to know what a star seed is. And so by identifying those that were familiar with that, I knew for sure was a real psychic. Where from?
I'm from Jupiter.
Yeah.
I've been to all the galaxies. I have 8 birthmarks on my body, so those are galaxies that you're from.
All right, anybody else?
I know about them, I just don't subscribe.
And you, kind sir, on the end?
I that's not something I do.
I was kind of nervous because I was like, there are so many aspects of how someone comes to be a psychic, and then it was so heavy. There were so many energies.
Anticipation.
I don't know what the right slang would be to use, but we had a vampire on stage.
I didn't like her energy. I felt like Brianna was trying too hard.
Okay. He knew that I wrote his name, so he made sure he wrote mine, because he was threatened by me. And that's what I'm used to, since I am a light worker and I do everything with a pure intent, and half of these people up here do not do everything with a pure intent. So I was like, oh wow, of course the light worker gets shunned off first.
So when did you come into your gifts?
I was born with it.
Okay. So, same. But also I studied, so like I will say, like I did a lot of studying. So
here.
like
Yeah, same
I
here.
went to New Orleans, I learned how to read bones. Does anyone use tools?
Yes.
At first, I thought that I was gonna be the person that was asking, like doing the most interrogation, but once he started, I was like, great, because I figured it could work against a person.
Are we like part-time psychics? Are we
full-time.
full-time?
I work as a Reiki master teacher, so part of my work is, using my psychic skills, of course, but I don't do tarot readings and all that. I could, but I don't.
She did, she referenced a lot that she did Reiki. So I was like, you're not really mentioning like other abilities. She just stuck with Reiki. And I was like, any Beverly Hills housewife does Reiki.
Do you have a spirit that you contact prior to any sort of activity?
My ancestors.
I go directly to God's source, creator.
Okay.
Saint Germain.
Yeah.
I do Papa Legba. That's sort of my main.
Voodoo.
And how did you come about with that?
Well,
it family?
it was no. It's my ancestry is very old. We date back in the United States to the 1500s.
Okay.
We were French Protestants, and we were known as witches, heretics, mumblers, spellcasters.
Got it.
Are you a magician?
In a sense, yes. I don't do magic tricks.
Black or white?
There's no such thing. There is no such thing. It depends. It's all about intent. It's all about intent.
Well, if you violate free will, that's
Yeah.
black magic. So but call it what you want.
People think of light magic and dark magic, and really it's just about intent. I think they were surprised because I wasn't all light and love and my higher power.
Do you have a spiritual practice that you use and hone in?
I'm a Reiki master teacher.
I'm certified and taught in about 15 different modalities. I teach psychic development, I work with children, and I do Reiki attunements at men's prisons, women's prisons, as well as just for work.
Can you show us your Daikomyo really quick?
My I'm sorry.
Daikomyo. Are you a Reiki master?
Oh, yes, which one?
Your symbol.
My symbol? Okay. Well, first I'll go with Shokure, Seiheki,
She's doing it.
Yeah, she's it's
I'm
okay.
I'm all pressured.
But
My
my
question
question is,
is-
psychic is such an umbrella term.
I didn't really see necessarily the relevancy in me drawing Reiki symbols. And that kind of made me feel a little bit suspicious on a more energetic level. Like, why is this person coming at me?
Now, do you guys do any like distant work, or you just work with people in person?
I do.
Oh yeah,
I do.
It
Because I
depends.
do. Yeah,
It
it
depends.
depends, right?
I
Same
have a
here.
few freezer spells at home right now.
Oh no. So what do you do after your freezer
Who's
spell?
in the freezer?
What do I do after? I'm not going to tell you who's in the freezer. A freezer spell is a very important aspect because it slows people down. Those whom would wish negative energy upon you, you sort of write their name and you freeze them. You're physically taking their energy and making it small so they can't get out as easily. Or rather, they will leave you alone quicker.
He's a character. He does a lot of like magic I wouldn't do.
I think you can, like, you can put blocks on people. I don't think
can.
that is, and in terms of black or white guy, I think there's so many, I learned in anthropology, there are so many racial associations
Yes.
with the word
That's
black
why
magic.
I can't stand it.
That
Yeah,
is so
same
bizarre.
here.
I'd never.
Yeah, it's because when you think of black magic, what do you think? You think of the bones, you think of spirits,
You think of things that are
so
so
dark and
Yeah.
spooky. Well, she was so pretty, and when I first saw her, I was like, I think you're a model, not a psychic.
I noticed she started to piggyback off of what everyone else was saying, and it was kind of just like, so what do you actually do?
With her, everything kept going back to being Reiki, 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 Reiki. And I thought,
Can we just call it now?
If everyone feels confident that you've already caught the mole, you can end the game now. Raise your hand if you have any doubt and would like to continue. So majority wins, which means it's the end. If the lights turn green, you voted the liar out. If the lights turn red, the liar is still in the box and you lose.
I knew it. I knew the mole was still in here.
Mole, please step forward now.
I knew it.
I knew it too. I felt it. I felt it.
Did you feel like you knew who the mole was before you got here today?
I did divination before I came here, and I actually have it written down. I was looking for the mole to be female, around the age 25, dark hair, mixed race, brown eyes, hair past her shoulders, curly. I have it written down.
Can you show us?
Yeah, I can. The only thing is I put straight hair, though, actually. Brown eyes, female, about 25.
Damn.
So I'm not a psychic because I don't have that clear ability to connect to a higher consciousness at this time, because I know there's a lot of healing that I need to do in order for that to open up.
I knew your shoes. It was your shoes. I can't explain. They're fly. They're really nice. But I was just like, I just knew.
This is beautiful, but this is trying so hard.
I knew upon arriving. I felt it, but this is why it pays to follow your intuition, kids.
My bias, based on probably what the mole was wearing, indicated to me that she was probably a real psychic, because that's sort of how they dress. I shouldn't have let that get in my mind, but I started second guessing my own divination I had done earlier.
$100, make it holla. Hey, what?
What I appreciated about this is that I really thought that this was gonna be like, you know, a scene from Gladiator where we were all gonna try to out-psychic each other. So I do think that everyone led with questions, and I think we shared light on the stereotypes of what a psychic is. So hopefully people can learn from that by watching this.
That's the end of this episode. Follow us on IG and we'll see you next time.